Well, guys, how are you? Welcome to another video from Sri Lanka, and one of my subscriber, Sri Lankan Boy. I don't know about his name, but his account name is Sri Lankan Boy. Sri Lankan Boy has just suggested me to react on this video. It's about trying Sri Lankan street food with a local Colombo food tour. So it's about Sri Lankan food, the street food. I don't know like much about Sri Lankan food. I know about Indian food. That's quite same to Pakistani food. But Sri Lankan food, of course, might be different. It might be like the Tamil Nadu food, like South Indian food, because South India and Sri Lanka, they have they share the same culture, almost the same culture. So the food, of course, would have been different. There would not be like biryani and samosa as we have got in Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and India. But let's see what else, some Sri Lankan food. Believe me, I'm too much excited about this video because I would love to know about Sri Lankan food. So let's see how is there, and we'll start this video now. Sri Lankan Boy is just for you. You have just asked for the reaction of this video. So here we go. We'll start now. Colombo, my love actually. Samosa is there. Pickle, I hope so. Sandwich, dal. I know like sweets. I know this. Definitely, I would know some names of your food because Sri Lanka is from South Asia and South Asian food are almost similar.
See if
actually.
I can do this like a local. You get some dal,
Puri.
beef in there. Is that too big? That's probably too big.
Absolutely fine.
Yummy, it's
I didn't
much
get the whole
yummy.
bite in my mouth. What's that? I also spilled a
Would
little
have
on my
been
face.
yummy.
I just saw that.
I'm gonna get there, guys. I just need a little more practice. Good morning, adventurers. Today we are in the town of Colombo in Sri Lanka.
Colombo.
It's kind of in the southwestern part of the island of Sri Lanka.
It's a city, not a town.
Yeah, I don't know. I call everything a town, guys. I don't know why. But today we are doing something very special in this city. We are heading on a food tour, but not just any food tour. We have a local guy who's going to take us around for a private tour. He's going to take us to a bunch of different local spots. He's going to help us understand the dishes. This is going to be like a crash course in... Whoa. We're in a tuk-tuk right now, did I say that? It's pretty chaotic.
I think it's obvious.
But this is going to be like a crash course in Sri Lankan food so we can get familiar with some of it before some of our upcoming travels in the country.
It's gonna be so delicious, and I feel like it's the perfect way because we can come in here and do it on our own, but we've never been to Sri Lanka before, so this could be so great to have a local showing us this is where you get the best stuff.
We are heading to the spot where we're going to meet him and start our food tour. I guess we'll see you there. You guys, we have met up with our guide. This is Arkham.
Hello, I'm Boa and welcome to Sri Lanka. There's actually quite a variety of things that we are going to be tasting. What we are first going to be trying out is some of the traditional sweetmeats. The reason is because every average shop you don't find the traditional sweets anymore. So there's one specific place that does it really well that we're going to check it out.
Sweets.
So we were told that when you have good news or something good is happening, you start with sweets here in Sri Lanka. So that is why we're spoiling our dinner with sweets, but
Yes.
I am not upset about it.
This one, it has coconut milk,
Dodo.
egg, then rice flour and cashew.
Okay.
And then they add water and they stir it till it gets to a level where it's boiling and bubbling up.
Nice, and it hardens up like this?
It's like a little gooey cake with cashew
Yeah.
in it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's really like sticky in there.
Yeah, bite it.
That's great.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
We call it dodol.
Oh, that's good.
Dodo.
Good, right?
Oh, wow. It's a little bit sweet. It's almost kind of cardamom-y. Or
Yes, there we
something.
go.
So different
Very
people they throw in different. Some you find they have a ginger
Yeah.
type
Oh yeah,
taste.
ginger. I get that for sure.
Some have a cardamom, some have fennel. So this one is made with sesame seeds. There is also the same kithul jaggery in it, and there's also coconut milk. Again, stirred, boiled, poured into a tray. That's how it sets in. I'm gonna break a piece for you to try.
Nice.
There you go. But these are sweets, but they're not bad for you.
Okay,
That's the.
that's
cool
what I
thing
like.
about
That's
it.
my favorite kind of sweets. Oh, it tastes so familiar. It tastes like a Tootsie Roll, almost.
Really?
They say that
Let me try
it
this.
feels like something that we have for Christmas.
Yeah.
Almost like toffee.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or something like that. Caramelly. It tastes like you're eating little caramel seeds.
Yeah. That's
It's really
cool.
tasty.
Yeah. So we've actually just popped a little bit down the road to that bakery's second location to try one more dish. It's curd, which I don't think we've ever
Curd.
had, but it's a very special dish we've been assured, and it's supposed to be super delicious.
So manufacture date, expiry date, 1 day.
Oh yeah.
That's how organic the stuff is because it's real milk. It came from a real buffalo. Went through a very organic fermentation process. So they have the ketul treacle. This is what the treacle is like, the honey. So we pour a bit of honey on top.
Okay.
Right?
So this is the buffalo curd, so made from buffalo milk. They put a little
Very
bit
good,
of a
fantastic.
treacle on top,
It's
which
mouth-watering,
is
I must
kind of
say.
like honey, from what I understand. Never had it before. This stuff is very fresh. It was made today, and you have to eat it by today. Whoa, check this out. So you've got like this layer on top, and they poured some of the treacle on top of that. Whoa. Woo! That is interesting. It's really tasty. Super sweet, really creamy, definitely a little yogurt-like, and man, that honey on there really works well. It makes it a really nice, delicious, sweet treat, and it's served room temperature, which is super unique for us. But oh man, that is super tasty.
Unique actually. This dish was like honey and curd. It was unique, I think. So I have never heard that people they eat
Samosas.
honey with the
In
curd.
a lot of parts in the world, a lot of samosas that you generally find
Samosa.
are vegetarian. You find chicken samosas sometimes. Beef samosas also you do find, but it's more rarer. Out of the beef samosas that I have tried anywhere, these ones that we're gonna try are probably some of the best that I've ever had.
So this is a delicious, oh my gosh,
Samosa.
hot and freshly
My
fried
favorite.
beef samosa. So as you can see, we are on to the savory foods, our favorite part. We've just come to this little kiosk and we have been assured that these are the best beef samosas that you can find in Colombo.
They even have copycats popping up now.
Yeah, down the street. Come here though. Our fair hot. Oh yeah. Man, there is some nice heat in there. I think there's a lot of black pepper. There's a lot of onions, sorry, but they're baked. Eric doesn't love onions, but the seasoning in there is so yummy. It's almost like a beef stew, a spicy, like cinnamony beef stew in there. It's so
Super
good.
interesting.
Yeah, you can get a little bit of the fennel again. Just so much flavor in there, so unique.
This is the capsicum, which is basically just a big old pepper. You can see the pepper shape.
Oh yeah, if you didn't see that, I would have thought it was a banana or something.
It's stuffed with all kinds of savory goodness.
Here it's capsicum and different vegetables. Maybe there's a couple potatoes.
Yeah, I definitely get some potato in there. Oh man, it's got a little bit of heat to it. It's super savory.
It smells so scary,
Yeah.
but it isn't so spicy.
Yeah, it's barely spicy. That's like the perfect
It
level
smells
of
scary, you think?
spice. Perfectly. This is fried on the outside. It's like this perfect golden uniform
This is something special for me. I mean, I don't know what it is.
and then really soft and gooey on the inside. Very nice. So these are the capsicums we just made.
I can just put it again.
Okay. This is the chilies actually, and chilies. Okay, I've got now
So
actually.
they stuff it and then deep fry it, and then it becomes amazing.
Oh my god. We made it to our next stop. We are going to be trying some kanji here. And one thing that I was really hoping we would try
Kanji.
on this tour, it's a hopper, which is this little bowl that we'll tell you about in just a second. But if you do any research on Sri Lankan food, you're going to come across this puppy. And I'm very excited to see what it's all about. So we eat these babies with our hands. So we got to wash up real good.
You'll actually find washing stations in a lot of restaurants if it's a place where you eat with your hands. So it's nice. Keeps it nice and sanitary.
Yeah, exactly. So to make the egg hopper, you get this
Hopper.
beautiful batter and you do it super thin in this bowl. This one has an egg in the middle. You can also do it with sweet milk in the middle. So you just fry it really quickly and then you're supposed to eat it right
Hopper.
away.
Like if you are a spice person, you can make it more spicy.
Okay, we'll just do it, yeah, a touch.
Yeah, that thing can be spicy sometimes.
It's really nice. It tastes like a really thin crepe or pancake with an egg in there with a little bit of heat. It's really nice. It's really simple and easy, but just perfectly seasoned
It's
and delicious.
very light too.
It's so
because of
light.
how thin they
Yeah,
they
it's.
cook it.
I mean, like, look at how thin. It's like paper thin here.
Kanji is basically a rice-based porridge. For a lot of people, porridge is generally something that's not so spicy or savory, right? But here, kanji is spicy, it is savory. What we're having here is a chicken kanji. It has rice, coconut milk in it. Then there is water added on top of that. And then various different veggies then the meat. The yellow tinge is because of the turmeric. If you look at a lot of European dishes, they're always one spice based. You know, they're like cinnamon based, pepper based, garlic based. But in Sri Lanka, one habit we have is that we just throw it all in because we have so much of everything. People like this mixed flavor.
You just heard Arkham's description of it. There is so much stuff going on in this kanji. And it's got this really nice yellow color from all the turmeric that's in there. Smells a little bit. Ooh, it does have a little spice to it. Very nice. Well, you get that spice right off the bat. It is. Someone's going wild on the horn out there. You know it's bad if it brings people to honking horns in that kind of traffic. What I was saying was the spice hits you right off the bat, and you get all the other spices in there, not just the spice like heat. It's a lot thicker than I thought it was going to be, because we've had kanji in other cultures. I'm trying to remember where we had it. Maybe it was like in Thailand or something, because they have a version of kanji as well.
Yeah, I think it might have been the Philippines a few years ago, maybe.
Yeah, because they have arroz caldo, which is a lot different than this. It's lighter in color, and I'd say when we've had it, it's been a lot thinner than this. But all the chunks of the little goodies in there, the chicken flavor is amazing. It's very delicious. I cannot get over this kanji, you guys. The spice level is just perfect. It's got that kind of spice that permeates your mouth, but it's not too spicy. It's just such a good dimension to the flavor. And then it's just so creamy, and it's got the little chunky bits, and it's so savory and delicious. I thought that the capsicum was my favorite so far, but I think it's the kanji now. Maybe
for sure the winner.
it keeps getting better and better.
I like kanji.
We're gonna have ourselves our first Sri Lankan tea, but boy is it hot. I'm letting mine cool down a second.
Yeah. Okay, I think / hope it's cooled down. So this is just plain tea with
Ginger milk tea, yeah.
ginger milk tea. Okay, no sugar is what I was trying to say. Not yet. Ooh, that ginger's really subtle in there though, but ooh, it is milky and creamy. That is a delight. And
It's so creamy looking, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine ginger, it helps with digestion, right? So it's perfect to have with our meal.
Well, that was super successful. Everything was incredibly delicious.
Oh my God.
Hi, this is the owner
25
right here.
years.
Nice
That's
job.
already generation 2 on the seat.
Oh yeah.
That's the son. No, from
USA. USA, yeah. That's us. Well, thank you very much. It was delicious. But we were just sitting there sipping some tea and just eating the last of our meal there. It was so much fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my tummy is so happy right now.
Yeah. But night has fallen out here, and I think we're about to head to our next spot.
Next
This is how you
destination.
back out into traffic in Sri Lanka. You just put your butt out, and everyone eventually.
And it's really neat. So even though we are in the middle of the city, it's set up very traditional like. So we have clay walls here. The roof is made out of coconut leaves. It's just all woven up there.
Very
it's
good,
really
like
neat. Other than the
atmosphere.
honking out there, you would think that you're like in a really traditional village restaurant or something like that.
Rice and curry is a huge part of the culture here, and I say rice and curry because the rice comes first. All different
Curry,
types of
we
grades
love
of
curry
rice
too.
that you can get, but then it is all about the curry. This place specializes in curries. When you walk up, you just see all these different types of curries, and Arkham went through and explained each one to us. So we had him just pick out the ones that he thought would be the
I
most
love this
interesting to
way
try.
they eat
And
food.
now
Like
we
they have like
big
a
old plate full of
leaf,
delicious
and
curry.
they have a leaf, and they just
So
put
I think
different
typically
foods
you
on
would
that,
only
and they eat
pick
that
a
with the
maximum
hands. So
5
that's
curries,
fantastic.
But since we're sharing this, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8 different types here. I'm gonna try the dal first because I think this is
This is curry.
what you can find everywhere in Sri Lanka. And for those of you who are watching this and getting very angry at me right now for having a spoon in my hand, it's because we have to touch the camera and we don't want to get our hands all dirty. But normally you would eat this with your hand. Everyone else here is eating with their hands. We're the weirdo Americans eating with the spoon.
For the foreigners watching, a lot of places will give you a fork and spoon if you request it. So I don't know that it's that frowned upon.
No, I
but
think
we're
it's
going to use
fine.
it because I don't want to get my camera covered in curry.
Yeah, they do have a sink and soap and everything though, if you do want to go all in with your hands. Ooh, that is super duper creamy in there.
Yeah.
It's got so much seasoning. It's a little bit, the tiniest bit spicy. It goes so well with the rice too. We did see that they have like kind of a milky curry up there that you can put on top if it gets too spicy for you. So don't worry, there's a fix for it. But that is just delightful.
I'm going to try this, which is the black pork but it's just a bunch of pieces of pork in here. It's got coconut milk in it, and then lots of black pepper and a little bit of chili, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit of chili, so it should have a little bit of heat to it. And what's interesting is that it's got this black color because the curry powder is roasted, and that's what makes it dark like that. But some dishes will have it unroasted, and then you'll have a lighter colored curry. So it does have a little bit of the heat. The texture is really interesting. Just a lot softer and a little bit mushier than I thought it was gonna be. The spices just work really well together. You get the heat, but then you get all the spices in the curry that are just kind of permeating through your mouth. I've said permeating twice today. That's gotta be a record for me, but man, there's so much going on in these curries. It's so delicious.
All right, but we still have, I think, at least 4 more stops to do. So we're gonna try little bits of each of these and then
It's quite heavy actually, it seems quite heavy.
Next up, Arkham has brought us to a local market. It's where a lot of the vendors in the city will come to get their raw ingredients. So I think we're gonna walk around and see some of the raw ingredients and how they process them here. And I think first up, we're going to go to a little spice place that's right over there.
Spices.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
So this is just some raw chili powder.
Yeah, that's proper chili powder.
Yeah,
We just
that's
got
great.
raw chili powder. Ooh, yeah.
Great.
Well, that's delicious.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
So this is regular curry powder, and this is the roasted curry powder that we were talking about earlier. So this gets roasted and then turns into that. So to illustrate the rice culture here in Sri Lanka, this is how much rice you have to choose from. It is crazy. And they all have different kind of levels of refinement. So you can find all kinds of different types and colors. And so this is a spot where they sell oil. And you can see they have these huge vats of oil right here. So then they bottle that and then sell it.
That's coconut oil, by the way.
Whoa.
Coconut oil.
That's coconut oil.
Fantastic,
They
very
transfer
good.
from that drum to this. So someone has come in here with their own container and they're just getting this raw oil.
Tastes like,
Yeah. They dump it into the kettle, and then the kettle goes into here. In this little stall, they have these piles of coconuts that they're shaving up over there. And, it's great to smell in here. The grinding is very loud first off, but the smell is almost like kombucha. It's almost like fermented, I think, because you discard the coconut water. It just sits there and ferments.
coconut.
We have the freshest little coconut here. Gonna drink straight from the source.
So he literally just cracked it open for us. Wow, it looks beautiful.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's so fresh and creamy. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's damn good.
You got some little hairs
Yeah.
on you.
This is raw, man.
We're all over the
We're checking that the fish is fresh, and this is how we know.
Fish.
Because these gills are nice and red on the inside there. All
And
right.
the eyes also, you can get the eyes also, you see that eyes are still fresh, right? Usually if the fish is like at least a day or 2 old, the eyes start getting blurry. This one becomes a bit whitish inside.
You can even still see the hook in his mouth there.
There you go, that's the
Yeah,
hook.
that's one fresh fish right there. We have come to our last stop to try one more dish, and it is Rahima Hotel. And we might actually get a room for the night, I don't know. Just kidding.
Just kidding. That Rahima Hotel is not a hotel at all. It is a restaurant, and we'll tell you more about why it's called a hotel inside. So this is paratha. It is this beautiful wheat dough that's been kind of roasted on both sides, but this in particular has ghee on it. So
Ghee.
ghee is one of our new favorite things in the world.
It's basically dairy-free
Yeah,
butter.
it's clarified butter, and it is so delicious. It's better than butter. Very expensive in the States though, so you
Yes.
don't get it often, so I'm super excited for this. We also have some amazing beef curry and then some dal to go with it. So you can
Dal.
mix it all together. As you can see, you can either break it off and dip it in,
Yep.
or just mix it all on your plate. Let's do a little dal on there. Maybe I'll do a little bit of both. Yeah, dollop and dal. So good. This is amazing. It's so flaky and chewy and just like perfectly fried on the outside and crispy, but nice and like doughy in the middle. Oh, it's such a great neutral base for all of your sauces and curries and everything.
It's the end of the night. We're almost done, so we're going all in, y'all. So you get some of this delicious beef, you just break this up with your hands. It's that tender, you just barely even touch it, it falls apart. And you grab a big piece of this. See if I can do this like a local. Then you just get it all together. You get some dal, get a bit of beef in there. That's my bite, you guys. Is that too big? That's probably too big.
Absolutely fine.
Okay. That was horrible. I didn't even get
It's quite difficult for foreigners to have food with the hand, so that's
I
why
also spilled a little on my pants.
they make this kind of mistakes.
I'm gonna get there, guys. I just need a little more practice.
We realized we almost forgot to tell you guys why this is called a hotel. It's because
Okay, thank you
you're
very
done
much.
with-
Thank you very much. Very good actually. All the foods were spicy. They look spicy. They look delicious. And it was fantastic to watch. I mean, some foods are just they have the same name in Pakistan. Like we call some foods the same as the Sri Lankan people, like curry, like paratha, like samosa, like ghee. So like these all things, I mean these foods are quite like similar, the names are quite similar, but the food were quite delicious. They were mouth watering actually. I love the food of Sri Lanka, so I would love to go there. I would love to have some this kind of food from there, believe me. So it was a fantastic video. Still my mouth is watering, and the first thing I will do by just like finishing my ration, I will go in kitchen, I will get something to it, because my mouth is just like I'm just like I can't control my appetite now. Thank you very much.